Fireside Chat. Thanks for tuning in to our program. Welcome to another episode of Fireside Chat. We're over here with Mike Butler at Butler's Garage. I'm the host. My name's Dennis Mudge. My son Terry is on the far side.
Yes, I'm the co-host. And we're here with Mr. Mike Butler, and we're over here at his shop here in Lindsay. And I found out that he seems to be a little bit of a poet. He's written some poems, and he's got an interesting one, and we'd all like to hear it, really.
Let me, before you read this poem that you wrote. Mike Butler wrote this poem, but aren't you amazed on how many people are afraid to put a microphone in their hand? We just saw somebody, but without mentioning any names, the man did not want to come in. He just saw us here, and we had the video camera running, and he said, no, I'll just stay out here. A little bit camera shy.
Well, he has a face for radio.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
Well, I was born here in Lindsay and grew up and went to schools here, and one of my grade school teachers taught the class that on the west side of Lindsay by the highway was a sign that titles Lindsay as the friendly city. And she had us talk in class about what that means to us, and how that since our town is called the friendly city, it's our responsibility as citizens here to be friendly. So about 19 years ago, I sat down one day and wrote a poem called The Friendly City.
This is interesting and good. I was reading a little bit of it. Go ahead.
Oh, Lindsay, Lindsay, the place of my birth, your property values are not your true worth. Lots of folks here have been good to me. A brighter future we now can see. The friendly city, that's our handle. We're a shining light, no mere candle. Opportunity here is less than some places, yet every day we see smiling faces. Our schools in Lindsay some criticize, yet many of our students become very wise. To the east we view mountains capped by snow. In such a short drive, that's where we can go. We drive to the coast, it's just a short hop. Earth has no rival for our orange crop. Seems some people try to put Lindsay down, yet I'm still here and find it hard to frown. The fog rolls in and chills to the bone, but our hearts are warm in this place we call home.
That was great.
That's something else. Don't they call that fog Thule fog, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, it is Thule fog.
Yeah, and that's quite a poem. Did that take you very long to think of what to write?
Oh, years and years. Well, maybe an hour or two.
Yeah, but that's pretty good.
It was The Friendly City by Mike Butler.
And I think that you missed your calling.
Was somebody calling?
Yeah. I don't really know what time you take a lunch break here. Is it just according when these guys with the camera and the microphones get the heck out of my shop so you can do that? But anyway,
all right.
We'll just extend this a little bit farther. Would you mind giving your address and your phone number here, Mike?
301 West Hermosa Street, right here in Lindsay. And the phone number is 562-5353.
You know, I do have a question about smogging. Say that you had a lot of people that needed their cars smogged. How many would you be able to do in a day's time if everybody was lined up and they were just waiting their turn and there was nothing else that you had to do?
Probably could do about 12 a day if we had them lined up and waiting.
Yeah.
All right. That's
very good.
That's good. That's good. And you always make sure you take the time and take your time, and everyone takes their time to do it right here, right? Sure.
Yes, it must be done properly and according to California law.
Yeah.
We don't shortcut and we don't cheat California.
No, we can't do that because you're operating in the state and you have a business to run, and it's It's actually, you know,
We have a responsibility here to help clean up the air in this valley. It is a very serious problem, and we believe that cleaning up the vehicles is a part of cleaning up the air.
Yeah.
All right, that's great.
I know that we're not going to actually even have to worry about different states, but for some reason, and I know I'm also a resident here in California, as my son is, and we all are, but you always hear how the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. You look at the other states, they, oh, we don't have no smog restrictions. My gosh, we'll just let it all hang out. And for some reason, their area still looks like it's clean. You don't see the smog.
They might have less factories or whatnot, and therefore, I don't know, different rules apply for different reasons. I'm not sure. Maybe. What are your thoughts?
They probably have more wind to blow it over to somebody else's neighborhood.
Like California's neighborhood, it probably blows this way. You have a certain guidelines, and you have to adhere to the rules and the state stuff. So do they send you those updates every year?
As licensed smog technicians, we're required to take continuing education. We must take a class every 2 years at least in order to maintain and keep our smog license.
And occasionally you have to buy a new piece of equipment to be up to date as far as that goes.
And you were talking about the old machine you have in there, which is not outdated yet, but you can service cars on that one machine, anything that's 1999 and older, correct?
Yes.
And then you've got a new machine, which is going to take care of the newer vehicles.
Of the 2000 and newer vehicles.
So you keep up with it, you keep equipment here, and it's just required. That's all there is to
State
it.
instructed, state regulated, and all that sort of thing, right?
Yes, it's mandated by the state of California.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good, I should say. Anyway, I know that your workers out here might be getting a little upset because we've tied you up for quite a while. I mean, I know you don't mind getting out or shirking the responsibilities over to them for a while.
They need your wisdom and guidance, Mr. Butler, I'm sure.
Especially on payday.
Does the question come up much about a raise?
A raise. I'm not sure. Is that what you use a razor for? I thought that was pretty sharp.
Yeah,
you can only do what you can only do.
Well, look, it's sure been nice talking with you.
It's been very nice for me, too, and I thank you both for coming over and conducting this.
It was our pleasure.
Chat.
And we will be running more than one episode of Mike Butler's Garage. We do like the chit-chat, and we like to go around and find different businesses that have something to say. And
yeah, and it didn't get too deep here. Not too deep.
Did, boy, it's watch out. Anyway, we'll edit some of this out, you realize. But anyway, that's pretty good, and we.
Thank you for listening, and come in as soon as you can.
Okay. All right.
Okay. This
Mike Butler's Garage in Lindsay. Go ahead with that address once again.
Great. 301 West Hermosa Street, right here in Lindsay, just a half mile from the highway.
A telephone number?
562-5353.
All right.
Money back in '92, you let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like them other men do? Get out of here, get me some money too.
Make a fool of you. That's right. 'Cause you wouldn't do as I wanted you to do. So why don't you do right? Just like I wanted. out there.
Yeah.
Bring me back some money too.
What a tall order.
Prepared 20 years ago, it wouldn't be a wonder now from door to door. Why don't you do right?
Me?
Like them other men do. Get out of here, get me some money too.
Remember, this is the Fireside Chat.